Hi guys, happy Independence Day, Nigeria. Um, we know today Nigeria is turning 65, and like every journey, as a country, we've had struggles and successes. All right, we're still battling with so many things. So I wanted to just point out a few things, 3 points that I think Nigeria is doing well at, and three things that I also think Nigeria can improve on. So I'm just going to start with the three current problems that I think Nigeria is facing. Number one is economic hardship, and of course the inflation. Now I know the central bank or the government actually said that inflation has reduced recently. That is a good step, but when you look at the common man in the street, how they are really, really struggling with hardship. That's a big problem. There's rising costs in not just living but food. Naira is still weak, even if it has gained a little bit recently. But unemployment it is really making life difficult for ordinary Nigerians. Then the second biggest thing that I think is very, very important, which is a big problem for Nigeria, is insecurity. As you know, so many killings, from terrorism to kidnappings, communal clashes is still going on. So safety remains a major concern across different regions. And then the third problem that I see is, of course, poor infrastructure and government issues. So, for example, NEPA, power supply, the roads. You can see the government is doing better in some areas, okay, but power supply is still a major factor. I believe that if Nigeria can fix its power supply, things will just speed up, okay. Healthcare and education, all these things are still lagging behind despite Nigeria's wealth. So the next three things I want to talk about are the achievements, things that I think Nigeria have done well at. Number one, whether I like it or not, democratic resilience. I know we say our leaders are corrupt, they are doing this, yeah, but there's still some kind of democratic resilience despite the challenges. Okay, now you may tell me if I'm wrong, but Nigeria has maintained civilian rule since 1999, and there's been successful peaceful transfers of power. Then number two, you cannot write this out, our cultural and global influence. Okay, whether it's Nigerian music, our movies, our fashion, Afrobeats. In the US, where I say it's just crazy. All right, Nollywood, Afrobeats. There is no club that you go to that they will not play Nigerian music. So we have that global influence. And when the last FIFA Club World Cup was hosted, we had a Nigerian artist who sang. I think that was Thames. So this is showing that our cultural and global influence is spreading. And then the third one is the entrepreneurial spirit and tech growth. Well, we have a lot of talents in Nigeria. We have so many, and it just looks like we are getting more and more talents growing in Nigeria. Even with the resources they have available, which is less, they are still growing, and the technology is also improving. Nigeria is actually leading in Africa in terms of fintech and startups, with young people driving all these innovations. So honestly, it's something that the government can really tap into, improve, and help these young people. So just to conclude, here are some questions that I think each and every one of you, or each and every one of us, can answer. I hope you can respond in the comments. So the first thing is, at 65 years old, do you think Nigeria has lived up to its potential as the giant of Africa? The giant of Africa. If you think so, why or why not? Then secondly, Which do you believe holds Nigeria back the most today? Is it leadership, corruption, or the mindset of the people? That's an interesting one. Okay, and then the last question is, looking ahead, what is one thing that you think Nigeria must get right in the next 10 years to truly change its story? I don't know what it is, but I do know one thing: if the people learn to come together, uh, if the government can act right, our politicians know and believe that they're actually there to serve not them but the people, well, that can help us a lot. So let me know what you think in the comments.